Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the structures we can use while expressing regret and describing hypothetical situations. I want to start with should have plus past participle. We use this structure to talk about past events or actions that didn't happen, but it would be better if they had happened. A mistake or regret is implied. Regret is to feel sorry about something that happened or didn't happen in the past. For instance, I shouldn't have shouted at her. That means this person shouted at her, so he or she feels sorry now. Look at the structure. I use the negative form of should with have, and after that, I use the past participle form of the verb shout. I should have studied hard when I was at university. That means this person didn't study enough when he or she was at university. It was raining heavily last night. I should have taken an umbrella. Here, the speaker didn't take an umbrella, so the speaker regrets that he or she didn't take the umbrella. You should have asked my permission before you used my laptop. I'm really angry with you. I should have left my house earlier. You can say this sentence if you are late to work or school. Now we will do an exercise about this structure. It says read the words given and write the correct sentences about regret. First one, I buy more snacks. Remember the structure. We use should have plus verb 3. I should have bought more snacks. 2. Now we will make a negative sentence. I should not eat so much, and the correct sentence about regret is I shouldn't have eaten so much. 3. Another negative sentence. I should not forget my passport. I shouldn't have forgotten my passport. 4. We should do our science homework. We should have done our science homework. That means we didn't do our homework and now we are sorry about it. 5. He should do more research. He should have done more research. Let's do another exercise. Read the sentence and choose the correct answer. First question, I've got a terrible headache. Please look at the options. Remember the structure. The correct answer is C. I shouldn't have drunk so much coffee. Should have plus verb 3. Second one, I went to school yesterday, but I was ill. Today I feel worse. Think about the meaning. I shouldn't have gone to school. It was a mistake. Third question, you didn't believe me, but I was telling the truth. You should have believed me. 4. They shouldn't have driven during the storm. The correct answer is A. 5. Ali should have listened to me. The correct option is C. Now we have a matching exercise. Here are the questions. Let's start. He won't be able to finish his lunch. E. He shouldn't have ordered so much. Number 2. This movie is really boring. And the correct answer is D. We should have chosen an action film. I think that dress looks awful on her. C. She shouldn't have chosen this color. 4. This food is burned. F. She shouldn't have left it in the oven so long. My hands are freezing. I should have put on gloves. And last question, question 6. He was really late for work today. He shouldn't have gone to bed so late. We will continue with another structure, could have plus past participle. It means that something was possible in the past, or you had the ability to do something in the past, but you didn't do it. For example, I could have gone out with my friends, but I wanted to stay at home. In other words, I could go out with them, but I didn't go. Could have plus verb 3. I could have slept late, but I decided to go to bed early. It was possible to sleep late, but I didn't. He could have studied harder to pass the exam, but he didn't, and that's why he failed the exam. Could have plus verb 3 can also be used when we want to make a guess about something that happened in the past. In this case, we don't know if what we are saying is true or not true. We are just talking about our opinion of what maybe happened. Look at the example. Why is your friend late? She could have left home late because of her kids. Here, we are just talking about our opinion or guess, but we don't know if what we are saying is true or not true. And the negative form of could have plus past participle, we use it to say that even if we had wanted something in the past, we didn't have the chance to do it. Look at the examples, please. I couldn't have passed the maths exam even if I had studied more because it was too difficult. So, for me, it wasn't possible anyway. It wasn't possible to pass the maths exam. He couldn't have finished university because of his disease. It was impossible for him to finish university. I couldn't have made it to the pharmacy because it was already closed when I left home. It wasn't possible, it was impossible. Would have plus past participle, we use this structure as part of the third conditional to express hypothetical situations in the past. Let's look at the examples together. If John had left work sooner, he would have been home by now. Here we are talking about a hypothetical situation. And remember type 3, with if clause we use past perfect, and in the main clause we use would have plus verb 3. If I had had enough money, I would have bought a house. But I didn't have enough money, so I didn't buy a house. I'm talking about a hypothetical situation. If I had listened to my father, I would have been happier. It is obvious that I didn't listen to my father. If I had received the money, I would have given it to my sister. That means I didn't receive the money, so I didn't give it to my sister. Would have plus verb 3 can also be used to describe something that we wanted to do, but we didn't. The difference between this and the third conditional is the absence of an if clause. For example, I would have moved to another country, but I hadn't had enough money. Here, we don't use an if clause, but the meaning is the same. It means I wanted to move, but I didn't have money. I would have told you sooner, but I didn't have time. We can also say, if I had had time, I would have told you sooner. I would have called you, but I didn't know your number. I wanted to call you, but I didn't know your number. I'm talking about a hypothetical situation again, but I don't use if. Now we will do some exercises. It says complete the dialogues using past simple tense and could have plus verb 3. First, we will use past simple tense, then we will fill in the blanks with could have plus verb 3. Let's start with the first question. You sent the sheets to the laundry, I suppose? No, I washed them myself. You could have sent them to the laundry. So it was possible. I think you borrowed the books. No, I bought them. You could have borrowed them. It was possible, but you didn't do it. Did you go there on foot? No, I took a taxi. You could have walked there. It is very close. Read the sentence and choose the correct answer. Number one, I'll give her a call. Think about the meaning also. And remember the structure. The correct option is A. They should have got home by now. Should have plus verb 3. Now you see if clause type 3 here. If I had had time, I would have called you. Past perfect and would have plus verb 3. Third conditional. 3. If I had left on time, we would have caught the plane. Number 4. He would have bought that house if he had had more money last year, but he didn't have more money, so he didn't buy that house. Here is another exercise about the same structure. Please look at the questions. First one, I forgot to take my medicine. If you had taken your medicine, you wouldn't have suffered from headache if clause type 3. She shouted at her friend. If she hadn't shouted at him, he wouldn't have left the party so early. But in the past, she shouted at him, so he left the party early. I lost my wallet yesterday. You should have been more careful. It was a mistake. My phone isn't in my bag. I could have left it at home. We are talking about a possibility in the past. And this is the last exercise for today. Write a sentence expressing regret for each statement. First one, I'm really sorry I forgot my best friend's birthday. And the sentence expressing regret is, I should have remembered it and planned a party for her. But I didn't remember my best friend's birthday, so right now I am really sorry. Second one, Alice didn't get a good grade. She should have worked harder, but she didn't work enough. 3. I got up late and missed the last bus. I should have set the alarm. 4. He had a heart attack while doing sports, but he's okay now. And the correct answer is he shouldn't have run so fast. It was a mistake. And 5, they had a bad accident because they weren't careful enough. Here is the answer. They should have been more careful. That's all for today. Thanks for listening.